Welcome to Saturday on the Sound on InRavio.com. My name is Marissa, and you're in for a great show tonight.
We're back live, baby. There we go.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same not having, well, we still don't have everybody.
No, we don't.
No.
Courtney's missing tonight.
Better.
But we're getting better. We got 4 now, not just 3. So
And we're not,
I'm back after 2-month absent.
Right.
And as much as I like Dan, we're never going to have Dan.
Dan's
again.
never coming
Dan
back.
will show up once a year. He might have been
Once
here
a year.
last time you were on, Georgie. I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh,
We had a
Dan.
vote. He's out.
Dan's out. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Dan.
Dan has one more time to redeem himself on
Okay.
November 15th. If
Dan,
you
if
can
you're
come
watching, we love you. We know life gets busy.
in. Come on, Dan.
Maybe
You can
I'm
make
the only
it.
one who loves you, but
Well, let's put it in perspective. Georgie drives 2.5 hours from Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh.
Come on, Dan.
Come on,
Don't
Dan.
disappoint.
it's burning. It's burning. I
Unbelievable.
understand. Well, you'll see the festivities we have here, courtesy
right.
of Matt. I walked in and I couldn't get over the little turkey sweet-looking waddle thing going on.
I don't think
My own
you
haircut.
can see them on the TV.
Oh, look at that. Oh, we got to move
Wait.
him back. There you go.
Hold on.
Here we go.
I didn't realize how far it
Oh,
cuts
great.
off.
Now
There you
it's
go.
me in my head.
There we go.
So we like to have fun on this show tonight. Our
There you go.
musical guest is
A little
George
Thanksgiving.
Brennan,
Yes.
not the turkey.
That's
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to it tonight. And
Yes.
if you guys have requests, songs you want to hear, questions for Georgie, of course, he will be a majority of the show tonight. Let us
Yes.
know. You can call us at 855-446-7284 or do the chat room thing. A lot of you guys are buzzing in the chat room right
Yeah,
now.
there's a lot of
People were
in the
asking
chat
already.
room.
Yes, they're like, is he on tonight?
Yeah.
Calm down. Hold your horses.
He's gonna be here, we promise.
He will be here.
He's a hot
I said
guest.
it's either that
Yes.
or his wife was checking up on him to make
Yeah.
sure he really
Make
was
sure.
here.
And telling all your neighbors, go on your internet right now.
That's funny.
So we just wanted to quickly kind of touch upon the holiday that has just passed.
Yes.
Halloween. I believe you
Yes.
have your blades with you.
Yes, I do.
Yes, let's look at these.
Yes, so it was just Halloween this past Thursday. So it's November 2nd today. And these were my, here, I'll close the computer for a little bit. These were my Wolverine claws for Halloween. It came with the whole, I had a sweatshirt hoodie that looked like Wolverine. I have it in the bag. We put
Now
it
what's
on.
longer? Those are my nails.
You know what was funny?
Let's
Oh,
get
you
on the
can't see me?
There you go. Now.
There we go. I think mine are actually bigger than yours.
Here they are.
For
they are.
once.
For once.
Well,
It never happened that somebody could
I know, right?
ever.
See, well, you know, it was funny when I had these on last week for the St. John's show.
Right.
I had them on, and I was
trying
trying
to
to do
work the board?
things, and I
I'm
couldn't.
just gonna DJ with my
No.
14-inch nails. No big deal.
Well, I was like putting them through things and everything. But I said, now I know how you feel with your long nails.
Yeah.
Right.
I said, and it's impossible. Like I've seen you how to try to eat, and how hard it is. And I said, this is kind of the same way. I said I wanted to take the Reese's Pieces and put them on my shirt and try to scoop them up and put them in my mouth like you do.
Like right, M&M's, Reese's Pieces. I mean, all those things. You just pop Skittles. It's great. They're
Yeah,
great
except I
tumors.
might poke my eye out with these things, but
You can broadcast a radio station off those. I mean, the metal itself.
coming up live.
Not going to be alive.
Well, you know what, though? Her nails are at least, they're curved a little bit at the bottom.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
you can
These are
pick them up.
blazed.
You would just, poke yourself.
Those are just
Those.
too legit to quit.
Are these cool?
I'm glad that you gave it a shot. I feel like somebody understands my life
Yes.
now a little
See,
bit.
now I've walked a mile in your hands, I guess. Lolly's done your shoes, now I've done your hands.
See, I'm expanding horizons here left and right.
And I
love it.
brought the costume. I was going to put it on, but I didn't
Did you
have
make
a chance.
this?
No, I didn't make it.
I don't know. I had to
Not
ask.
that good.
When you said sweatshirt, you bought, so that's...
This is, a sweatshirt. I actually got this at Comic-Con, and it has the hood. You can put it right over in your face. Even has the little, like,
that is
claw things.
hardcore.
Maybe I'll put it on a little bit. When we go to musical
Yeah,
break,
you
maybe
need to
I'll
come
wear
back with that on.
a little
believe
after
that.
Halloween treat for everybody. But yeah, this was my
That is the
costume with the
easiest
curls.
costume ever. Because
It's great.
Because it's awesome, and
Yes.
it's like you're just putting on a coat. Oh, I got it. I'm
Yeah,
good.
it's like putting a
Oh,
sweatshirt
gloves.
on.
What?
Yes, isn't that cool?
Oh,
Sweatshirt.
wow.
That's all it is. It's a hoodie.
So your costume gets an A+.
Thank you. Yes,
I have
and the
to
claws
say.
and everything. It came out great.
Pretty great. So I like how you can't see this. Maybe you can. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there he is.
The turkey is positioned at the bell as if we needed anything to accentuate that lovely bell.
Inappropriately
Oh,
positioned.
yeah.
at the
Inappropriate bell.
That's
How
how
we
he's
rock and roll.
positioned.
It is
It's not
Saturday
the...
evening.
It's after 9 o'clock, so.
We have two bells?
We have 2 bells tonight,
Oh
dueling
my
bells.
gosh. Like,
Dueling bells.
I brought one.
I don't know if you see it in the booth. It's
Yes.
like, how are there 2 of them? I don't
We
know.
multiplied them. No, actually, I brought my
See,
own.
now you can see him, see? There he
This is
is.
a
Oh,
beat.
there you go.
Oh, yeah, you got the turkey
this
in?
This is Courtney tonight.
This
and
is Courtney.
Yes.
And
Oh,
this
and,
is,
and that's Dan.
and this is Dan.
There we go,
This is
Dan.
Dan. So they're
We're not
here
saying
in
you're a turkey,
spirit.
Dan, but
Right.
Yes,
I'm going to
this
try to have him sit on the cornucopia, probably to no avail.
is BYOB tonight. Bring your own bell.
Bell, there you go.
Or
See?
bird.
Or bird.
Yeah.
Either one.
So what did you guys do for Halloween?
Well, for Halloween, You know, it's funny. Halloween has always been my least favorite holiday because my memories of Halloween are, as a
Frightening.
kid growing up in Queens, we used to just get our butts kicked
Kicked.
every year by the older kids on the block.
Eggs and shaving cream.
Eggs,
Shaving
shaving
cream.
cream,
And it was
Oreos.
worse in Queens than it was in Long Island.
Yes.
Apparently
Long Island's not
so,
that bad.
because I didn't have these major nightmares.
Queens
from
was like a war
Yes.
zone growing up as a
It was
kid.
tough.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
now, thankfully, I haven't passed that neuroses of mine onto my kids.
Not
Some other
yet.
things, you know.
Halloween, oh God.
Oh my God, Daddy's going to sit in the corner. Don't come out. But
As he's
anyway,
walking, he's ducking. What are you ducking for? Eggs. Where are the eggs?
they're out to get us.
There was a lot of egging and shaving cream and silly string, but one thing that people did in Long Island, there were a lot of crabapple trees in Long Island.
Right.
Throwing crap.
A lot of kids,
Yeah.
the older kids who were out of their skulls, would throw crab apples at each other.
Really?
Like dangerous, like black
That
eye,
sounds like something
concussion.
that you would do like at Little House on the Prairie
Right.
or something.
Like, you know what? You take a crab apple to the face. But I mean, that happened. A lot of that happened.
And the
So
other- the
you
other
think
thing-
your
Laura
eggs are
Ingalls
bad.
throwing crab apples
Right.
at you,
You
The
think
other
your
thing
crab
we
skipping
used
down
to
the
do is,
mountainside.
Chalking and sock. Remember that?
Okay.
Whack 'em.
Oh, you did that? No, we
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
had
they did that back in
Oh.
the 70s, right?
Yeah, when you were born.
When I was born.
Yeah.
No one's dating you, Charlie. You're not old.
we're just
we love
teasing.
you.
But you know what, though? I mean, it was,
Soap on the windows.
it was a great Halloween for the kids. They had a great time. We went out for some tricks and treats. It's so much. I mean, Target bags full of candy
yeah.
that they either collected or that people had dropped off for them throughout the
We
day.
used to do pillowcases back in the day.
Right.
Crazy. I mean, you like
Pillowcases,
they
right.
went around with
Yeah.
their pumpkins. They each had their pumpkin, and then they'd come home and they dip. But now I remember I'm the oldest of six, so we would go out and we would bring it, like you said, the pillowcase.
Pillowcase,
You would
yeah.
dump it on the living room floor, and my mother would sit there and be like, "That's garbage. Oh, that came from that house. That's garbage," or whatever it was.
Right.
And they would pick through it
Yeah.
because you know what. The whack jobs were there then, but now they're a little more prevalent. They're a
Right.
little bit easier to spot.
Well,
now, I think.
they say that that whole thing with razor blade in the candy and the apples
Yep.
is just an urban legend. It's not true.
That's true, because think
Yes.
about it. Have you ever heard
But it was
of
a big
anyone
thing back when we were
actually-
kids.
It was.
Yeah.
You did worry about
Oh,
that.
as soon as you came home, your mother went through all the
To
candy.
make sure there were no razor blades.
Yeah, to make sure there's no
that
razor blade,
happened.
squish it a little bit and everything, and then if it was anything was suspect, it went in the garbage.
Garbage. Yeah.
Now,
That's true.
Yeah, it's funny thinking back on what it was like when we were kids. I mean, I don't even remember what I was for Halloween. Halloween used to be my favorite holiday until I realized that Christmas was even better.
Well,
because
gifts.
candy's great, gifts are so much.
Yeah.
But Santa
Yep.
does a better
So
job.
then I realized
Yeah,
that
Santa's
Santa
pretty
was
good.
more
Great Pumpkin isn't as cool as Santa.
exactly. You know
And the
what?
Charlie
I
Brown
wait-
Christmas is better.
Hey.
Great.
Oh, they're
So-
both equally good.
So I weighed my options, and I was like, I'm going to go over to the Christmas side. But I loved me some Halloween growing up. I really did. But kids, there were crab apples happening in Long Island, like that.
Really?
And then did you guys ever have like the penny house, like the
Yes.
old person who gave you a penny?
Well, now it's quarters.
Oh no,
yeah.
I got
My
penny.
daughter was getting quarters sometimes from people.
pretty good.
And it was weird because the quarters sink to the bottom of the bucket. So my daughter thought that they were taking him and pulling him back with string. And I'm like, no, you sink to the bottom.
It's like they gave it and took it away.
Exactly. I said, why would they do that?
Now,
Like Madison, no, they don't do that. Yeah.
Dad was taking.
Yeah, Dad was taking the quarters out.
Quarters are great. You can use
Great
them
for
for
meters.
parking meter. Right. Pennies, I was like, what is this?
Yeah, because when you're a kid, you pay a lot of parking meters when you're driving around.
That's true. You used to be at least able to get like for a quarter gum or
can
something.
use
Did you steal their quarters for parking meters?
No.
Oh, you're a good
I'm
dad.
good.
I
at
would
that,
have
yes.
been like, oh, when you're sleeping, I guess the Halloween ghost took the quarters. That's terrible. No, Daddy.
No, I left the quarters in there, But we found it in the bottom of the bucket, like
Yeah.
money
Makes
only
sense.
falls,
What was the weirdest thing you guys have ever gotten when you were trick or treating, or you've seen your kids get? Like, what's the
Weirdest
strangest thing?
thing?
Weird?
Because I can tell you what was the weirdest thing I ever got.
I mean,
know. That
baked
is
goods
weird.
was always weird. Like somebody would,
Baked goods?
yeah, somebody would make cookies and
See,
give
that's
you their homemade
great.
cookies and
No,
stuff.
the
See,
weirdest.
but I wouldn't eat that though.
I say I wouldn't because I don't know the person.
Oh,
You
see,
don't know
I
what they
have
did.
no sense of like fear. I would be like, "This is delicious, thanks." Creepy old guy whose thumb might be in
A
this. Like, I
toothbrush,
would've-
that was probably one of the most obvious
I got
things.
floss.
Toothbrush and
I got
toothpaste.
floss
Yeah.
one year, so that's the weirdest.
Toothbrush?
Yeah, toothbrush and a little travel toothpaste. Years ago, I remember getting that. Yeah.
See, I got floss, and the guy wasn't a dentist, so I didn't understand. If he was a dentist, I understand your logo.
Did you hear some woman was giving out candy to people, and if she felt that you were an overweight child, she put a note in there for your parents saying that you should not eat this candy. I said, I wonder how many
horrible.
times she must have
That's
got.
terrible.
Isn't that
First of
terrible?
all, now
I said, I
you're
wonder how many
messing-
times she must have got beaten up.
Yeah.
Now you're messing with the kid's psyche, And don't tell
Yeah.
someone how to raise their kid.
No,
okay?
please.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she
That's
did. Yeah, they
awful.
said that she was giving out notes and telling people your son or daughter is too big and they should not be eating this candy.
Wow.
I
I feel
said,
like-
that is Baninsky.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
forget
It's
it.
just
Yeah.
terrible. Like,
That
how
is
do you-
awful.
it's so
I would say the weirdest thing I ever got was a rock.
Okay, Charlie Brown.
Okay, what's your favorite candy for Halloween?
Oh.
I love.
Twix.
I like Kit Kats, Three Musketeers.
Butterfingers.
My
See,
wife
you
likes,
guys-
but
you
I
guys
eat
all
them
like the
sometimes.
chocolate.
Butterfingers.
See,
Yeah, I like the
don't-
chocolate.
Don't get me wrong, I love chocolate. I go for the fruity stuff.
Oh,
As in,
okay. Lemon heads.
Oh
I do
my
like
God!
those.
Like I like today at the cat shelter, one of my part-time jobs. We had a whole thing of candy, which probably is supposed to be like, oh, you donate, you get something. And I looked around, I was like, we've got cherry Laffy Taffy, done, nerds. And I owned it. I was just like double fisting all this candy today. And my friend's like, why are you always at the dentist? I'm like, oh.
I don't know, but pass me that box of nerds.
And, like,
Solid
that stuff
sugar.
that stuff is crack to me. I see that. I'm like, delicious.
Peanut butter cups. Anything
Oh.
peanut
Oh,
butter cups.
Reese's,
Peanut butter
Reese's,
cups.
Reese's.
Peanut butter cups are good.
Yep.
Hershey
Definitely
bars.
those.
And York
Or-
peppermint
Hershey.
patties.
York
Yeah.
peppermint.
You know what's funny? I did
Yes.
not see one person give those out this year. Normally
we
they always
had
have.
one.
Oh, really?
We did.
Really? I should have
They
came
were
to your
on
house.
sale.
Yeah.
You know what?
Ah, I should have came to your house.
And that was when I put my threatening note, because I put that bowl out first, and they were gone in like 15 minutes. I'm like, there's no way that many kids came, all right? So I put my note with my little hand-drawn eyeballs saying, I'm watching you, please be courteous and don't take the whole bowl as one person, thank you.
And they were like, don't go in there, there's some weird.
Wacko
So
wacko
crazy
you
I
lady.
saw the
boys.
witch hand come out of the nails.
Stand back.
My mom, of course, because I rent half the house to my parents, and of course my mom, I put it out my part of the front door, and my mom's like, you know, people are going to spread the word that there's a bowl of candy out here, so they're just going to come and all take it, and all the neighborhood kids. I'm like, no, I put a little bit of a warning. She's like, what'd you say? I'm like,
Would you say?
I don't know, to come trick-or-treating to the front door to find out.
Well,
That was a great idea.
We went out trick or treating. We put the bowl out, take your own, and we got back,
Wishful thinking.
and there was one piece of candy left in the whole thing.
Of course they
And it was
left
a
one.
Whoppers. You know, the Whoppers always are the ones that the last
I
ones.
like Whoppers.
And it's funny, everybody always says that, but I guess
I don't like
nowadays
Whoppers.
people, yeah,
Oh.
I'm my favorite.
You know, what's the problem? Yeah.
I don't have a problem. I'm fine. Just give me.
Why don't you like Whoppers?
I just want peanut butter cups and Twix. I'm fine. I don't need anything else.
You're like offended. You're like defending the Whopper's glory. I like
know,
that.
I
You're like,
mean,
what's wrong with the Whopper? What they would do to you? They were breaking
Yeah, have the turkey.
I have turkey on the 28th.
Yes, that's right. Thanksgiving is
That's
late
our
this
next
year.
combo.
Yeah.
I
It's a
know.
good
Yeah.
segue.
Yeah.
That is a good one. That is
Well,
a good
and
one.
we were talking the other day that it's not only Thanksgiving, but it's also the first night of Hanukkah. So a lot of people are calling it Thanksgiving-a-cup this year.
Yeah,
That's
no, they
the
are, for real.
that's the
Refrigerator,
nickname.
eat your turkey.
They're making turkey menorahs and different like
How does that
turkey.
happen?
I guess the turkey's gonna like they'll take this turkey and put it in a menorah.
And put
Oh, I was-
candles on them.
Yeah, and put
Oh,
candles
I
on
was
them.
thinking like of a. See, I have no common sense when it comes to creativity. I'm thinking of like a roasted turkey and they're putting
No,
candles in it. I'm like,
no.
ooh, that's gotta be
Cartoon turkey, yes.
Yeah, you see like a roadkill
I
cartoon
mean,
turkey.
They're gonna just
Prayer
put a
over.
whole
It's like,
roasted
that's
bird out with the
awkward.
candles in it.
Then you're
Yeah,
praying
that-
over
yeah.
a dead bird. That's weird. I know you're eating that anyway. I mean, okay,
No, no.
I get it now.
Yes, it will be like
I am
a turkey
not-
themed menorah,
Yes.
dreidel,
Well, that's
things
kinda
like
cool.
that.
Now, how many days are there? 8, right?
Yes, 8 days. So
1,
8 days
2,
of
3,
turkey.
4, 5, 6. So we need to like the turkey.
Oh, we're gonna make our own turkey menorah.
Yeah, you have to, because this one only has 6. This is stripping people of 2 days of Hanukkah. I'm
But
sorry
what-
about that.
okay, but
So,
we're not-
so I
we're not
guess it's 8
celebrating.
days of turkey.
That's
Your
right.
your
So you're going
leftovers
to
should
be in a
last even
giant-
longer.
A giant tryptophan coma by the end of it, because I mean that's all you're going to be eating for 8 days.
Yeah,
That's
but
true.
when you get done with Thanksgiving break, it will be December. It's crazy. It's
Don't
so
You know
late
what,
freak
though?
this
me
year.
out.
This whole time of year goes so fast.
It
Like, you know, you
does.
sit down and, all right, it's November. And, you know, you're going to blink, it's going to be Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
Then
Christmas.
it's going to be Christmas.
And then New
you
Year.
know,
New Year.
we're going to
Yeah.
be watching Ryan Seacrest again.
Yeah.
I know.
And it's like, come on.
And the ghost
And
of
a
Dick
cut-
Clark.
And the growth of Dick Clark.
And a cutout of Dick Clark.
Yeah, did you see that they were doing a promo? They had like a giant cardboard cutout of Dick
Did they?
Clark in the background.
Put a
They
little
were showing-
CGI Dick Clark
Yeah,
going
they're
on
like,
in the background.
That's just terrible. Guys, what hell was he? Not even dead a year? And it's like, this was formerly Dick Clark's show. And
Just to remind you, make
Well,
sure you know.
It's always Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with Ryan
Ryan
Seacrest.
Seacrest, that's true. Well, he created it.
It'll probably still
Probably
say
say the same thing.
I guess so. 'Cause yeah, true.
Yeah, well, it said it last year. He and Dick Clark.
Oh, yeah, when
He
did
died
he
the
die?
year before.
The year before.
Oh,
So
I don't even know what
it was,
year we're
last year
in
was
now.
the first year without Dick Clark.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh. My mom used to get so upset. She's like, they parade him out there.
Well,
he can't
and-
even
and-
speak
and he-
anymore. I'm
That's
like,
true.
I
Yeah.
know.
It was
Towards
it was
the end,
crazy.
It was
He
tough to
really,
watch.
yeah.
I know, but like they say that was his decision. That
He wanted
said,
to be.
"I
Yeah.
want
Oh no,
it."
he
More
wanted
power
it.
to him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted it.
You know what?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're right. But you're going to blink and it goes very fast now.
It
And it's
does.
just, I don't know. I turned 40 now. Now everything's going fast. What's next?
Don't worry.
Holly's getting old.
Charlie's like, great, thanks. What does that mean for me, really?
I'm halfway in the grave. What do you want me to say?
Well, on that note, we're going to take a quick break and then come back with our musical guest, George Brennan,
That's
here
right.
on Saturday on the Sound on inravio.com.
We'll be back.
Stop putting it off and start painting it up today at Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore paints, stick-ins, wood finishes, paints, and professional paint supplies, ideal for contractors and homeowners. Stain paints and epoxies, family owned and operating, in business for over 55 years. Professional and experienced help. Located at 2 locations, 55B Route 25, Coram, Long Island, New York, and 1495 Plaza Montauk Highway, Mastic, New York. Call them at 775-7435 and 775-8135. Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints. Log on to the InRavio advertisers page today.
inravio.com.
East End Screen Printing and Embroidery. Shirts for as low as $3 with print. 631-281-TEES. That's 631-281-TEES. 1355F Montauk Highway, Mastic, Long Island, New York. Go to eastendsilkscreenprinting.com for more info.
Hanging with the cool kids at inravio.com.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Backwater. Tune in every Saturday night from 7 to 9 for music history, musicians' birthday blocks, trivia time, and the best alternative music around. Saturdays at 7, only on inravio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Sud City Car Wash, Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York. $9.99 early bird special Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Phone 395-6114. Sud City Car Wash. Hand washes, hand waxes and detailing. Interior cleaning, brushless, car wash club. Simonized products. Sud City Car Wash. Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York.
Sound on inravio.com. We have a special guest who's coming to the studio tonight.
That's right, bub. I'm here. Wolverine. Getting ready for my next X-Men movie. And also, I'm excited to let you guys know, we got George Brennan live in studio. So get ready. Right, bub? Listen up. Take it away live, George Brennan. Yeah.
Walk past Cass Gilbert's Fountain, the Keeler Tavern in the Aldrich, the hardware store around Katuna on Main. Church bells ring down Branchville Road, marches parade while muskets explode. Fowler Park Green within walls of stone, this is the town that I call my home. This is my Ridgefield, this is the place. At the foot of the Berkshires in 1708. Mammonasco and Pier Pond, from Great Pond to your heart. Here's where the Tigers all roam, in this Ridgefield town that I call home. Glory unfurled down the front of Town Hall. Bagels from Steve's, the colors of fall. Rec Center Playhouse, chirp the holiday stroll. I walked into Bissell's Pharmacy, picked up the breast, waved hi to Donna and Ned. Nora said how the kids have all grown. She watched them grow up in this town they call home. This is my Ridgefield, this is the place. At the foot of the Berkshire since 1708. Namanasco to Pierpont, from Great Pond to your heart. Here's where the Tigers all roam, in this Ridgefield town that I call home. Our manicure here, culinary delights, manicured fields with games under the light. Driving 35 to Route 7 just today. Ridgeberry to 116, 102 to 33. This is my Ridgefield, this is the place. At the foot of the Berkshire since 1708. Namanasco to Pierpont, from Great Pond to your heart. Here's where the Tigers all roam, in this Ridgefield town that I call home. In this Ridgefield town that I call home. Thank you very much.
There's never been a song before about your town.
That's awesome.
Can you write one about Farmingville? I'll pay you. The floor is yours, my dear.
This is a new one off my new album. This one's called Little Hands. Hold on tight. Those little hands, they grow up overnight. Now those little hands are reaching out alone. It ain't fair, it ain't right, says every mom and dad who held those hands so tight. Now you've shown you've grown, but it's me who can't let go. Because little hands play peekaboo, little hands tie little shoes, little hands wipe crying eyes, little hands fit inside mine. If I could have just one chance, I'd freeze that place in time and touch your little hands. I'd hold you in my arms, be hugged by little hands. Seems like just yesterday I held you. Those little hands caressed around my neck. Please just hang on before those moments are gone. Little hands, I'll never let you go. One day, if I'm right, those little hands will hold another life. Boy, those little hands, they look a lot like yours. A precious gift before your eyes. Little hands that once were your same size. Now you've shown you've grown, but it's me who can't let go. Because Little hands play peekaboo, little hands tie little shoes, little hands wipe crying eyes, little hands fit inside mine. If I could have just one chance, I'd freeze that place in time, touch your little hands. I'd hold you in my arms, be hugged by little hands. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Thank you.
That is such a sweet song. Oh, written about your kids, I presume.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh my God, so
Absolutely.
sweet.
Yeah, they grew up so fast, and I was, my daughter, my youngest daughter was 4, sent home a folder of photos because for her birthday, she goes to the Ridgefield Montessori School, and what they do is each year they have a picture from each year, and they walk around a globe representing each year of their life on Earth. So the pictures came home after her birthday, and I was looking at each year, and I was like, holy cow. I said, I remember holding her as a newborn baby, and here she is now 4 years old already. And it just goes to show you, they grow so fast, and we don't want to let go of those little hands. And one day those little hands will make us grandparents, God willing, and they'll hold a precious life that reminds us of those moments of seeing those little hands again.
It's totally true. I mean, I don't have kids. I'm the only one here who doesn't, but I have a godson who's 5, just turned 5.
Right.
And I remember for his birthday, my very good friend who's his mother put a picture on Facebook of the day he was born. And I remember because I was at the hospital and everything else. And it's amazing that he's 5 now, and I'm Aunt Arissa, and I have to read to him before he goes to bed every night. And I go over there every Sunday, I have dinner with him. And he takes my jewelry and wears it and everything else. And it's crazy. He's like a little person, I mean, he's got his own
Absolutely.
personality, and tells me about his friends at school. I'm like, you tell him about Aunt Arissa? He's like, yes, I'm the only one with an Aunt Arissa. I'm like, okay, good. But it's true. It's amazing. I can't believe he's 5. I mean,
Yeah,
like he was born yesterday,
it's so
crazy.
true.
Goes by quick.
It's a blink.
amazing.
It's a blink.
It really
as you guys
is.
know.
And you know
Absolutely.
what? As much as people, told us when we first had them,
You don't
so you
believe it.
go through it yourself. You sit there like I
Right.
look at my older daughter, Stephanie is going to be 11, and
Right.
I'm like, my God, 11.
Where does the time
You
go?
know, it's so fast. I mean, it really, and everybody always tells us, make sure you enjoy every moment.
So
Because
true.
it does go fast. I mean, like even today, excuse me, like we took time, we went to the St. John's basketball game, and I said it's little things like that. And now they're actually out at friends of theirs' house, and my wife, who, this is pretty cool, rented a large screen, and they're showing Monsters University in their backyard.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
making.
Dude,
but-
I want to be invited to that. That's amazing.
That's what they are.
The drive-in movie.
But yeah, I mean, it's all these little things that you do.
True.
But you do, you look back at the baby books, at the
Right.
pictures from when they were born. And, I found the bracelet that they give you to wear when they're born in the hospital. I was cleaning something. I was like, oh my God, this is like so small. But it's just, it is a blessing, and it is great, and it does go very fast.
Absolutely.
And
crazy.
even like, it's funny, my dad and I were talking the other day, and I'm the youngest. My sister's 43, and I'm 29, and we were talking, and my dad's like, he's like, you're gonna be 30 next year. He's like, I can't talk about it. I'm like, Dad, you have 2 adult children. He's like, I don't care, you're still my youngest. I don't care, I can't discuss it. So it is funny, no matter how old, I guess, your kids are, they're still your kids. So.
Absolutely.
matter
That
what.
never changes.
And even my grandmother, who's 95, she'll be 96, she called. My mom's birthday was like 2 weeks ago, and she called to see, happy birthday. And then she gets on the phone with me. She goes, "Is your mother eating? How's she doing? Is she okay?" I'm
Right,
like,
right.
Yeah.
"It's adorable." I'm
never
like, "She's
changes.
68. You're 95. She doesn't care." It's
Still
very
the baby.
Yeah,
Still
right.
You'll always be the baby, no
It's
matter
so
what.
it's very funny. It
Yes,
really is.
it's very
No
true.
matter what.
So I wanted to talk about. I thought this was really cool. In "This Is My Ridgefield" song.
Yes.
I, first of all, am a complete nerd with things like that because I think because I've told you, I'm a civic director for my town. So I'm all about community pride. I'm a nerd. Like I knew that you had this song because I saw when you first had posted it a while ago, and I was so excited that somebody did something like that for the town because I think that's wonderful. You live in whatever town you're in, make it the best place you can and love it, respect it, and enjoy it. So
Right.
tell us what made you decide to write this song?
Well, what happened was this past August, my wife and I were celebrating our 10th year anniversary of living in Ridgefield, Connecticut, and I thought, this might be fitting to come up with a song, a tribute to the town, our way of saying thank you, our token of gratitude for all the town has given us and our family. as far as great schools and safe town and so many great restaurants and activities. And I thought, well, let me put this together. And then what had happened was I started writing the song. I took a walk on their main street and I saw some of their main landmarks, and it sort of just flowed. I just got all the lyrics. It wrote itself practically.
That's awesome.
And what had happened was I was at, like, they have a free concert. It's called the Chirp Concerts, free concerts in the park in Ridgefield, in Ballard Park. And I was watching a band play, and during an intermission, I saw a whole bunch of town people, very recognizable town people, mingling and talking with one another. And then it just dawned on me. I said, this would be great if I had a video that captured the faces that, as well as the places of the town. I said, if I can tap into some of these people that, that everyone knows in town, I think it would be fun to have a video just, to something that'll be priceless and timeless.
Oh, yeah.
And so what I did is I started right to the top. I went for the town selectman. And I contacted Rudy Marconi, and he was all on board. An instant yes, and I remember meeting him the first time, and I went up to his office. He goes, inside or outside? I'm like, oh, okay, outside. That'd be good. Jacket on or jacket off? Jacket on. This is all right. So I call in the shots and bossing the town selectman around. And it flowed like that. And then I just managed to get people, and everyone was really gracious about being on board. Pretty much I got, and it was great. It was just magical. All the stars aligned, and musically, and the faces and the places all just tied in together in the video. And of course, to make it timeless and priceless of something that's going to endure for the town, I had to have my kids and my wife in it as well. So all three of my kids make a cameo in the video, and it's usually, cool. Part of their heart, and they all reach for their heart at different segments of the song. So all three of them get a part in the song, and my wife makes a cameo toward the end of the song as well, kissing all my kids and hugging them. So it was a way to incorporate all of them and to remind them to be proud of their town and all it has to offer. They should be very grateful, and as they get older, they'll realize what is given to them.
True.
That's great.
Yeah.
Because actually, I've probably bored you all with the story in the past, but I guess negative press that my town had endured. When I was in college at St. John's, which we all went to.
And all of us.
That's right. That's like all of us went there.
Yeah. Everybody in the room.
So we had that in common. We all went to St. John's. When I was there, they showed this documentary called Farmingville, which is about my town. And it was basically about a lot of unrest in the town. There's a lot of immigration, which is happening always, but for some reason there was a lot of anger, and it's being directed at the particular men who were coming from Hidalgo, Mexico. So there's a lot of unrest in the town, a lot of racism, and I've been in that, there my whole life. I was living in Queens for 4 years, but I came home, like a weekend a month to work, my part-time job and see my family and my animals and all that jazz. So I got really offended. I was like, first of all, this is a great town. Second of all, why are these people acting like 3-year-olds? They're adults. I'm the college student. Why am I, And seeing the documentary, I recognize all the faces, one of which, who's a wonderful woman, started the Civic that I'm now one of the directors for. And that's actually how I got involved. Seeing that, I realized I was lucky to grow up in the town that I did. It was a great place. I went to Sachem, which is one of the, great school district, and I got the opportunity to do well at St. John's and everything else because of the upbringing that I had.
Yeah,
so,
sure, absolutely.
I think one of the best gifts people can realize if you're, is respect the community you're in, and it'll in turn do well by you.
Absolutely.
It'll give
That's a
back
good
to you.
mantra.
Yeah, absolutely will.
So I liked the part that you mentioned that you were shopping at Stop and Shop, and that somebody approached you and asked if you were. So you're the Miss Ridgefield.
That was a really, really funny experience. I was actually buying oatmeal. Yes, I eat Quaker Oats oatmeal.
Delicious.
What a plug for them. There you go.
Plugs.
So I was in the aisle, and it was actually at the bottom shelf, and I was going to get a can of oatmeal, and then a blonde-haired woman, middle-aged, came over to me, and may I ask you something? And I figured, she can't reach something on the top shelf. She needs to get the rice down. Yeah, sure, yeah. But any case, I stood up, and she goes, are you by chance, are you the This Is My Ridgefield guy? And I was like, yes, I am. Thank you. And she said she loved it, and it really captured the essence of the town. So that was really a nice feeling. I can't remember if I even paid for the oatmeal after that. I just kind of walked out.
So you shoplifted after that. Look at that.
So, I'll be in a town video next.
This is my Ridgefield I shoplift from.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a very nice moment.
It's nice to hear somebody, because there's always, even if you look at the news, there's always so many negative things about town, shootings and this and that, and whatever it may be, robberies. It's nice to hear something positive, just like it's good feedback. So.
It is. And to tie into it too, just recently, Connecticut Magazine named Ridgefield the #1 town in Connecticut. So that was
There
was
you go.
cool.
There you go.
So to have a song to go along with that is
Very
pretty
cool.
neat.
Now,
you know?
where is Ridgefield? I asked because my sister and brother-in-law have a house in Norwalk, so they're in Norwalk every weekend.
That's pretty close.
Are you close? I wanted to
Yeah,
ask where you
Norwalk's
were.
like 40 minutes from
Oh, so
from
you're not
Ridgefield.
far.
Yeah, so it's right in
So I
that
go to
area.
Norwalk a bunch to visit them on weekends.
Yeah, it's really
So
nice.
you know what?
Really nice
Continue
area.
on another 40
I know,
minutes.
come visit
And
you.
go to
Anytime.
Ridgefield.
We'll make a second video. Yes.
I'll walk you through the landmarks. We'll sing the song and I'll take you
That
through
would
the
be
places.
so cool. It's like the bus
Yeah.
tour.
Instead of a walking tour, a
Strolling
singing tour.
guitar.
Guitar.
Can you sing and play the guitar and walk next to us?
Walk down.
Like a
get on
strong
the couch,
minstrel,
We'll film it.
you know?
That'd be
We'll put you
great.
in tights and everything, give you a hat.
That would be great.
Tights?
Well,
I guess tights coming from a guy dressed like that.
Look,
You
who's
come in the
talking,
Wolverine costume. That would just top
Are
it
you
off.
wearing tights now?
I have pants on, don't worry.
And I-
Can't see underneath here, but they're pants
There's a
on.
reason for that.
Thank God, right?
Or is there?
And I see with your video also that you mentioned that you had within the first 10 days 2,000 views.
Yeah, it was
That's
amazing.
Awesome. Was it word of mouth? Did you put it on Facebook?
It was
How did
totally
that-
word of mouth. I mean, I have a Facebook music page. I put it up there, and it's just a small town, and people just started
What's the
spreading the word.
population about? Do you know?
It's like 24,000.
Bigger than my town.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Okay.
considered a small town, but I guess it's a good size.
Because we're just about 16, 17,000. So you guys have a pretty. I mean, it is small in theory, but considering the word got around.
Yeah,
Hey, that's
and I was
good.
surprised because the true meaning behind it was a token of thanks for our 10-year anniversary. It was sort of like an anniversary gift for
Right.
the town, a thank you. And I didn't know that people would take to it that much. And I started receiving literally close to like 100 to 200 emails from people that most of them I never even met. That just got my
Really?
contact and said, I just wanted to reach out and tell you really captured the essence of the town. I loved it. This is how it is. This is how we want to market it. And realtors wanted to put it on realty sites.
Oh, yeah,
I was
think about it.
contacted.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I had
Nice.
realtors contact me to do that. And another thing is, like, a lot of families were saying their children loved it because it was sort of an educational thing about their town.
It's true.
It was established in 1708,
I know
foot of
that
the
now from the
Berkshire
song. I was
Mountains.
thinking, I'm like 1708. Got
And
it,
kids
done.
love to see landmarks in the town. Oh, there's the bagel store. Oh, there's town hall. So apparently, kids really took to it too. So it just so many positive things rolled out of it, and because it was coming from a good place, and I think that karma rubbed off, and I think people took it for what it was and really
Exactly.
enjoyed it.
It's a nice change from some of the music that's out there today with all the anger and the rap feuds and this
Absolutely.
and that. And Miley Cyrus twerking is making people not sleep at night. It's nice to hear.
Absolutely, it was
Something like
wholesome and fun, and that's where I'm usually always coming from with my music. It's acoustic
no
and
twerking
singing.
for you then.
Yeah, no twerking.
twerking.
No, there'll be no twerking from me. Believe me. No
twerking in
auto
Ridgefield.
tune. None of that stuff. It's just straight up. A singer songwriter, and I write from the heart. If I write a song, if I put it in writing, it's because it means something to me. It's
Right.
touched me in a certain way, and it forces me to write. So
Well, you know, you can even tell, and I know this is the first time that we've met.
yes.
Yeah, by the
You've been on
way,
the show
audience,
3
they're
times.
not the same person, just so you know now. A lot of people thought you guys were the same person. You know?
But just from watching you play and listening to the lyrics, you can tell, and that is great. I mean, one of the things that a lot of our musical guests have in common, the stuff that been original, is that it comes from
Right.
it's personal to them, and you can see it when it comes through in the way they present it.
Yeah.
Very true. So now, what things do you have coming up? Gigs, any of that jazz?
I have a lot going on musically. I actually just performed recently at our another elementary school my twins go to, it's Scotland Elementary School, and I wrote a song for their principal, who was on sick leave for a little bit. He just got back, and it was the first Friday of the month is Scotty Spirit Day, is what they call it, because the school is Scotty. That's their mascot, and what they did was a good friend of mine, Joy Alfieri, put together a combination of everything that teachers and students had thought of Mr. Solomon, the principal, their thoughts, and the first thing that came to mind, and they compiled it from every grade level and all the teachers, and I put it together in a song for them, and it's called The Spirit of Scotland, and I performed it live for them at school, and he was presented a lyric sheet in a frame and a CD of the song, and I could tell he really enjoyed it.
That's so nice.
And I have a new album coming out. It'll probably be out before Christmas. It looks like maybe even earlier than that. It's going to be called Living and Laughing. It's going to have, of course, there's humor involved because of the laughing part, but it's acoustic in this, and I'm going to go off a little bit. There's going to be some kind of rock songs on it, more up-tempo
yes.
stuff. So
look at you.
yeah, I'm jumping out of my skin a little bit on it. So there'll be
Nice.
some different songs on it. And then I have a couple of local gigs coming up where I'm just doing a few songs. November 8th, I'm playing at St. Andrews in Ridgefield, Connecticut. November 12th, The Hideaway. And December 7th at Tuscan Cup Fine Coffee, I'm doing a full concert and getting a lot of feedback. I think it's going to be a big turnout, and I'll deliver. I'll be sure to do my end of the bargain. So looking forward to it.
You're not going to show up late.
No, absolutely not. Will not.
Now, how can people, once your new CD is released, how can they purchase it? Is it the typical, CD Baby, all that, or?
Yeah, the CD will be through CD Baby, and iTunes is going to pick up the CD as well.
Nice.
So that'll be probably like 2 weeks after the actual release from CD Baby. It'll be available on iTunes, Amazon, basically any internet music store where you can purchase. It'll be available on there as well.
Great.
So be ready for your stocking stuffers.
Just in time for the holidays.
I'm looking forward to it. It was a fun record to do. It came together. A lot of stuff I did previously, and they were just tracks I just had to go back and mix again. And a lot of new stuff like Little Hands that I just did before just came together quickly and recorded them. So be like 10 to 12 tracks. And I'm quite excited to perform the new stuff live and do my other stuff as well. And it'll be a lot of fun, especially to do This Is My Ridgefield live in concert for the first time for the people. I mean, I've done it at a couple of private occasions, but to do it for the town with town people will be pretty electric. It'll be fun for me.
You have a lot of giant fan base because you have somebody saying that they'll be at Tuscan Cup. They went to your first performance and won't miss this one. Somebody else wrote they'll be there too.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
You've
Thank
got
you
the
very
Georgie
much.
Brennaners are out and about. And I love it. And December 7th
Do your fans
Saturday.
have a name?
It is Saturday. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I wish I'd be
Do your
there.
fans have like a name? Like
No, I
a
never
Georgie
thought of
Heads
that.
or
No, nothing's
the
come
Brennan
together.
Boys or
You know, it's
What
funny
if they're
though.
we should
girls?
name it. We should do a contest to name that.
We
Tonight.
should. What should Georgie's fans be named? Let us know in the chat.
I know,
Tell us
right?
now.
Well, it's very funny. A friend of mine from high school, you just reminded me of this. He's
Yeah.
been breaking my chops for a period of time because he goes, I was on your Facebook music page and I was looking at the people who like your page, and they seem to be a lot of middle-aged women. So, and he said most of your fans seem to be women in their 40s and 50s. So we're going to call you Engelbert. Yeah. So
call 'em
they're having
Brennan's
fun.
That is awesome. Sorry
it's
to
been
your
fun.
wife. Oh, somebody said the Georgies. Somebody just said.
The Georgies. There you go. Wait, that's like the
Short,
new thing
sweet,
now.
to the point.
That's the new thing now.
And somebody
All-
wrote that they love it. Yeah, that's right. I like it. I like it too.
All right,
All
then
famous
the
people
Georges
now
it is.
have
That's it.
like a name for their fans.
And that's so much better than the
It really is.
Believers and the Seleninators. I don't know.
right.
It's go, man. Too long. It's beyond my IQ.
What
but
do
I
we
like
call
the
our
Georges.
fans? What are the 9 people that follow us call themselves? I mean,
the SOS.
SOS.
That's
very
what
good,
they say
actually.
when they're watching us. Go.
Oh, SOS. Help,
Well,
help, help.
your fans are out in troves, and I love this. So we're gonna
Thank
take
you,
a
everyone, for
quick
tuning in.
break. And don't worry, people. There'll be much more.
Yes,
from Georgie
Wolverine's
Brennan.
gonna leave by the way now because it's getting warm in this office sitting here.
It's
So
sweating. So we'll be back, sans Wolverine, and with more Georgie Brennan after this. On Saturday in the Sound.
we'll be back. Stay tuned. You better, bub.
Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant. Steaks, chops, wraps, breakfast skillets. The Mauritius Bay, 62 Montauk Highway in Mauritius, New York. 878-6827. The Mauritius Bay Diner and Restaurant in New York.
InRavio.com.
Stay in tune guitar strings. Guitar strings, bass strings, polish and accessories. Stay in tune guitar strings. Akron, Ohio. www.sitstrings.com.
InRavio. Transmitter? We don't need no stinking transmitter. Welcome to InRavio.com.
Hey, this is Paul Discofani, the disco portion of the Glory Days with Bruce and Disco show on Sundays, 10 a.m. to noon. It's a sports show with a twist. We have entertainment, music, and whatever you want to talk about. Only on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Good Times Magazine, New York's best entertainment paper for 43 years. Check out their calendar for all the latest music info, including New York City, Queens, Nassau, and Suffolk. Studio News brings you the biggest news about the hottest artists and sounds. Technobeat is your guide to electronica, techno, house, and dubstep. Packtrack keeps you up to date on the biggest events at the area's performing arts centers and theaters. Good Times Magazine gives you all this and more. It's bi-weekly and it's free. Pick up your copy today or visit goodtimesmag.com.
Welcome back to Saturday on the Sound on InRavio.com.
That's right. We're live and in living color
Woo!
and in HD now.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
HD.
So we have our musical guest,
Fancy.
George Brennan, here. Just did 2 songs. He's going to come back for another 2 more and then another set after that. So stay tuned.
Plenty more from Georgie.
Yes, that's right.
And in the meantime, we're going to turn it over to some November facts and some sports facts from the
That's
guys
right.
on this side of the table.
That's
Age
right.
before beauty.
Wow. Charles is getting the age jokes tonight.
Damn!
You know what?
Anger.
My goodness, it was the sock and the chalk. And
I know.
You got me all
The
verklempt,
Halloween.
but I
you're all tangled
I
in the
got
wires.
tangled from being verklempt.
1980 Halloween again for me back in the streets of Queens.
Who are you going to call?
Queens, that's right.
Ghostbusters.
You were on the other side of town, right?
Yes,
Oh my
that's the
goodness.
wrong side of the tracks. Go ahead.
Exactly. Well, this is our usual little bit that Mike and I usually do. We research
The
different
man
things.
cave.
You know, the man cave.
Just saying.
You're jealous.
I am because
With
I
a
can't
two-
get my ear. Don't wear all this bling, people. It's a hot
She's
mess.
stuck. Don't
I'm
worry
a
about it.
hot mess.
Well,
all right.
as you
Courtney.
know, now you're blowing us off here.
Wow, you're really tangled in
Well,
there.
Marissa untangles.
It's okay. Well, it's of course it's November 2nd.
Hold on, you want my claws to cut that for you?
Listen to these kids.
Pay no attention to that, people.
Well, here's some November facts that I kind of did a little different research about the month of November, and it says in the Gregorian calendar, the calendar that most of the world uses, November is the 11th month of the year, as we all know. However, in the early Roman calendar, it was originally the 9th month. Later, the Roman Senate elected to name the 11th month for Caesar. November is right between fall and winter. And the month is referred as the wind month and the bloom month by Anglo-Saxons. It is because November is the month where they kill their animals for food. I found that to be very interesting.
Very interesting. There you go.
How
That
the
blew my
calendar
mind a
is
little
changed.
bit.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh.
Go ahead, Mike. What do you got there?
This is going to change the tone a lot from that.
As you throw your papers across the room.
Slaughtering animals.
At slaughtering Mike, but
As the poor turkeys sit here looking.
I know, right? The turkey's like running away.
This is today in sports history. So
There you go.
today is Saturday, November 2nd, 2013, and other sports events that happened on November 2nd. In 1938, it was announced that George Herman Babe Ruth had applied for the job of manager of the St. Louis Browns after being released as a coach from the Brooklyn Dodgers.
interesting.
November 2nd, 1964, CBS purchased 80% of the New York Yankees for, guess how much?
$1 million?
Guess how much?
$1 million?
No, Austin. 11 million, actually.
Oh, 11 million.
11,200,000. I felt like I was speaking to my son there for a minute. 11,200,000. November 2nd, 1972, construction began on the Seattle Kingdome,
Which is no
which
longer.
I don't even think
No,
they play it
I was
anymore.
going to
No,
say,
they-
which is inept now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they
1988,
have
this
their
one I
own.
thought was interesting. November 2nd, 1988, a Mexican radio station erroneously reported that Mike Tyson had died in a car crash.
Not
true. I don't know what you're talking about.
Not from biting somebody's ear while driving.
No, yeah. Magic Johnson retired from the NBA due to his HIV infection, 1992, November 2nd.
that was that long
Michael Air Jordan was on the cover of TV Guide. I guess maybe that was when Space Jam came out.
Oh, yeah.
1996.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
96.
And
okay.
November
Either that or
2nd.
that's when he came back. Well, that was his second year back,
Did
right?
he come back? Because he played
He
baseball for a little
retired,
while.
yeah.
He came back and then he played
About
in two
95 he
sports.
came back, yeah.
Must
Yeah,
be
it's
nice
96,
to be so
so-
talented. I could play whatever major sport I
Whatever I
want.
want.
He was not good at baseball.
Yeah,
Let's
he
not fool
didn't play
ourselves.
It wasn't Bo
At least he
Jackson.
can do it, though. I mean, somebody,
Bo-
can you imagine me?
Bo could do it.
Bo knew. Michael
Bo
didn't.
no.
Bo no. Michael
Bo
no,
knows,
no.
but Michael Jordan. Did
Michael
not.
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson is.
He didn't play baseball.
Oh, he didn't. November 2nd, 1999, NBA.com TV was launched, so you can get your
Very good.
fix for the
Now-
NBA on the computer as
Yeah,
well.
now we have some famous birthdays.
All right.
Happy
Let's hear
birthday.
it.
I'm going to go again.
Oh no, actually, music. Yeah,
gonna say.
you want me to go? Okay.
That's
yeah.
fine.
Okay. History. something. The Beach Boys in 1963 on this date. Be True to Your School was released.
Great song.
In 1968, Stevie Wonder's For Once in My Life was released.
Nice. Stevie.
In 1974, you should know this, Marissa, George Harrison began his first tour in 8 years. He was the first former Beatle to attempt a nationwide solo tour.
Didn't he have like stage fright or something like that,
I
right?
don't know, was it?
He did.
Yeah.
But he did when he was actually in the Beatles.
Yeah, when he was in the Beatles, right.
But he-
So that's because it was a big deal that he did that
he-
afterwards.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I didn't know that.
He was the first.
Who was the new kid on the block that had it just now?
Oh, yeah, that was Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Just, like,
I was at
froze.
that concert where he froze up with
Froze and,
Lisa.
like, walked
Oh,
off
my, he
stage.
walked off stage and didn't come back, and it was right before their new album release and everything. It was
Old
crazy.
man on the street, not good.
Oh, Lisa's gonna kill you for that one.
Love you, Lisa.
NKOTB.
No
more.
And
Come on.
No, but he got back for the tour and everything.
know,
it was
but
just
he-
that pre-concert.
But
that
it
they
wasn't fair for you guys. You're all excited, and you're just like, there it goes.
We didn't pay for it.
Whenever
I went for Lisa.
I watched Blue Bloods because Donnie Wahlberg rocks my world.
He rocks.
Yeah, he's
Just
good
saying.
on that. Yeah. And in 1998, Atlantic Records launched an online music video service, Instavid.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Is that still around?
I have no idea.
I have not heard
No
about that.
idea. Go ahead, Mike.
Well, the last piece of
Tidbits.
tidbits that Charlie and I have here. Famous birthdays today.
Okay.
Um,
There we go.
And-
Now, happy birthday. Go on.
When I read this before, on this date in 1734, for any of our listeners, viewers
wow.
who are around then,
Who remembers that day?
Mike was around.
But you were right.
Daniel Boone was born, and I started singing "Born on a Mountaintop in Tennessee" before, but that's not the right song.
That's not the right one.
Da-
Is
that's
that Davy Crockett?
Yeah.
David Crockett,
Yep,
yeah.
Yep. Burt Lancaster, 1913.
All right.
Jay Black of the Americans, 1938.
Oh.
Jay Black, the American.
Yeah, a lot of hits.
Katie Lang, 1961.
Love her.
David Schwimmer, Ross from Friends, 1966. He's not that much older than us. And Nelly, the pop rapper,
Nelly.
1974.
Do you not find it's funny that Nelly's doing
Country?
No, Honey Nut Cheerio commercials?
Is he?
Yes, with the Honey Nut Bee. It's the weirdest commercials you've ever seen.
I can't
I've
picture
never seen
a
that.
You've
rapper.
never seen it? Nelly
I've
is
seen
doing
that.
Honey
I
Nut
know who-
Cheerio
and he's
commercials.
rapping?
And he's rapping with the bee. The bee now raps.
No, that's
It's
no.
hysterical.
The
It's
bee
it's
cannot
wrong.
rap.
I mean, look, it's better than their the dead grandmother commercial that they had for Cheerios. Did you see that?
No.
Nobody
Dead,
see.
dead grandmother.
So it's a
tell.
it's a mother and a son eating Cheerios, and they're eating the bowl of Cheerios, and as they're eating, the little kid turns around and goes, "Did you eat Cheerios with Nana?" And she goes, Yeah, I did. He
Oh,
goes,
I've seen that.
Oh, yeah. He goes, well, it's almost like eating cereal with Nana right now. And then the mother goes, it is. And it's like, you're talking about somebody's dead grandmother.
I didn't
I
see that
won't buy
commercial.
your cereal.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he like wants me to curl up in a ball, go, Nana, where are you?
And then does the bee fly by there? Or is
No,
it
the bee
rapping
does
in
not
that
come.
way?
Only with Nelly. He goes like that, yo.
Oh no. See, I don't. I
So many wrong commercials lately. It's
He
awful.
sang "Hot in Her," okay? And drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Okay? He should not be rapping with the bee about
Yes.
Honey Nut Cheerios. That's like
When you get a
like
chance, go to
family
YouTube.
food.
I'm sure you will see the Bee and Nelly now doing Honey Nut Cheerio commercials. It's crazy.
Or if he's gonna be in Nelly's next video, I swear I'm gonna.
You might.
Yeah, be rapping.
That just ruined my life a little
Be
bit.
walking
Be
the red
healthy, be
carpet
honey.
with him.
Yeah, like can you imagine he comes to like the Barclays Center with like the bee on his
Yeah.
arm? Like, yeah, what up? I'm like,
Yo, what up, B? What up, B? Oh, there you go. They always say that. What up, B? Now you know where the B is.
Oh.
It's Honey Nut Cheerio B.
sorry, turkey.
So wrong, right?
And actually,
You can see we're really white.
concert news at the
Yes.
Barclays Center, December 31st, Long Island's own Billy Joel.
Oh, I didn't know
will be
that. December
performing-
3rd. Oh, for New Year's Eve?
New Year's
Yeah,
Eve,
well,
Oh, I
baby.
did not know that.
The first time he will be performing.
He puts on quite a
in
show.
Brooklyn.
Oh my God, an amazing
Oh,
show.
I
Yeah,
saw him
I
and
saw
Elton
him.
John at the Coliseum in Nassau in
Yep.
2002. Melted my face.
I saw the last play at Shea Stadium with Paul
right.
McCartney. and
Paul
all that.
came
Oh,
out.
that
Wow.
was great.
I
Saw her
remember when
standing
we saw
there.
the River Dreams tour and
Yankee
we slept
Stadium.
out.
Was it Yankee
Actually, we saw
Stadium?
it at Madison Square
Oh,
Garden.
I saw that at Yankee Stadium.
And we slept out. And this is it. We had tons of cash that people had given us, and we ended up sleeping out on the street with all this cash in our pocket, because everybody gave us money to go in and buy tickets. So
Right.
we had thousands of dollars in cash. It was my brother, myself, and Brian Miller.
Miller.
And we all slept out. And we ended up walking away with all these tickets, but that was, but he does put on a great
Yeah,
show.
and then
He does.
tomorrow is a New York City Marathon.
That's right.
Yes.
So don't go driving anywhere in Brooklyn, in Manhattan, or Queens.
No.
So
And it's a nice
traffic.
it's a nice thing after what went on last year. As we all know, it was just this past
Well, they
week, a
canceled
year
it,
ago
yes.
that Sandy happened.
Yes.
And hit very close to home, obviously. A lot
Right.
of people, you know.
I can't believe that was a year ago.
I can't.
Yeah.
It went by
And
so quick.
I think everyone remembers where they were, what happened.
Well,
and
we did the St. John's show like that
The day,
Friday.
yeah,
That
the Friday before,
Friday
and it
before,
hit on
I
that
remember
Monday.
we were saying, "Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a hurricane coming," you know.
Well,
and
it fooled us because Irene wasn't that bad,
Right, exactly.
and nobody would have thought it would
nobody
have
expected it to be what it
hit.
was.
Not
So-
not the way it hit.
So that was that was scary, but it's and obviously rightfully so. They canceled the marathon last year.
Yeah,
out of
well, that was
respect.
Well,
I mean,
Well, that
most
was-
people didn't have power, and
Right.
that was ridiculous.
people
They
were
were
living in
debating it.
hotels.
I mean, come on. But it's a happy comeback this year now that
Exactly.
New York is recovering and
Yes.
people are still rebuilding, but it's getting much better.
Yes.
And if you want to watch the New York City Marathon, make sure that you fall back with your
That's
clock
very
at
good.
2 a.m. or you'll
Daylight
miss it.
savings time.
Daylight savings time ends at 2 a.m.
That's right.
We will not still be on at 2 a.m., so you will not get an extra hour of us.
Christine's giving us thumbs up.
Christine, an extra hour? We could just move it up to now. We'll just keep on going.
Turn
It'll
your
be
clocks
a
back.
radio marathon, right,
It's
George? You
now-
can play a couple songs,
It is
right?
now only
He's got an arsenal.
9:25.
We've only been on for 26. Maybe we haven't even gone
Yeah,
on
not
yet.
yet.
It's only 9:30.
This is the pre-show, actually. There you go. This was the pre-show.
I said
We're
my-
going to start now.
I set my car clock already because I would forget. And then I have 2 watches, one on each wrist,
I
and
tried,
I'm still
I
always
couldn't.
What,
late.
old time, new time? Is that what you have?
I don't know why I bother. I'm never on time anyway, so what's the point?
Half
Really?
your body is going to be on daylight savings time. The
And
other half
not
will
so
be.
much. Well, this watch I need to change with the turkey baster because like the really thin one that you
Well, here's
check
the turkey.
temperature- Pretty much because it's got like a little metal tiny thing that you can't reach, so I have to
Really?
stay at that one. And then this one, my nails are too giant because they're
Just take the
pincers.
little pliers.
I can't do this one. You couldn't do this one either.
No, just take a little pliers.
I don't have the little pliers.
Not now.
Not on your nails?
You don't have pliers on one
got
of those
it.
things that's
I was
on
going
your
to say, you
wrist?
don't have any pliers on your nails?
Hanging off my back of my necklaces somewhere, probably. So it's very, very depressing. I know.
All right.
But we're going to take a quick commercial
quick
break.
break.
We'll be back with more live stuff from George Brennan in the studio.
That's right.
Stick around.
We'll be back.
Hey, dude, it's me again. You know, Village Music Shop in Mastic. Anyway, you all know my dog, Mr. Big. Yeah. Well, Dudes and Dudettes Village Music Shop has been in business for over 37 years, serving musicians with the best products and service around. Oh, they have private lessons on all instruments and in all styles of music in their new state-of-the-art digital teaching studios, with the excellent sales and service of guitars, drums, school band instruments, amps, PAs, as well as sheet music, books, and accessories. Basically, dudes, everything musical. Right, Big? Yeah. Chill out. Village Music has rentals on all instruments, even PA systems for your parties and barbecues. Oh, cool. Dude's Village Music Shop never has a sale on stuff because every day our prices are lower than all the competition. Stores, internet, whatever, guaranteed. Yeah. So come to Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Phone 1-800-HEY-DUDE. Anyway.
Radio.com.
Oil City Skate Park, Long Island's only indoor skate park. Skateboarding, BMX, inline skating, open 7 days a week. Nearly 150 decks by Baker, Flip, Girl, Chocolate, Real, Plan B, Crimson, Zero, Element, DGK, Bogata, and more. The best in tees, hoodies, wallets, trucks, wheels, bearings, t-shirts, hats, and DVD. New York's largest Santa Cruz dealer. Introducing Jark Skateboards, Europe's best-selling deck. Oil City Skate Park, 3565 Maple Court, Oceanside, New York. Phone 516-442-0706 or go to www.oilcitysk8.com for more info.
InRadio.com. Welcome to the future of radio. In radio.
Hey, this is Chuck from the Two Guys and the Chick Show. Check us out Wednesday nights from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about stupid news, email bag, and all-around BS. Two Guys and the Chick Show, only on InRadio.com, broadcasting to the world.
What are you waiting for? Everyone else is advertising on the internet. Shouldn't you? Tired of small returns on phone books, newspapers, radio ads, TV ads, coupon books, direct mail? Everyone is on the internet every day. Advertise on the internet for as low as $100 a month. Over 250,000 impressions per month on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Enravio.com, and more. Go to the Advertise With Us page on Ravio.com and get started today.
Welcome back to Saturday on the Sound on Enravio.com. And now back for more live with George Brennan here in studio. Enjoy.
Take it away.
This is the Feel Good Song. Justin Day, the clouds rolled away and I see blue skies. The sun seems to shine like no other days before. I have a clean slate, things look great at this time. I want this to stay permanently for sure. I'm not afraid of a few rainy days. I know they too will pass. Please God, I pray, at the first hint of gray, you won't make it last. Justin Day, love found a way of reminding that everything in life is all about timing. I have found that smile, I've had it all along. I will let it shine through this feel-good song. Feel-good song. Feel-good song. Justin Day, good fortune's at play, now I'm rolling. I've been watching the waves, and now my own tide has rolled in. I won't hesitate about the direction I'm going. I'm quite sure it's better than where I have been. I'm not afraid of a few rainy days. I know they too will pass. Please God, I pray, at the first hint of gray, that this too will pass. Justin Day, love found a way of reminding that everything in life is all about timing. I have found that smile, I had it all along. I will let it shine through this feel-good song. Feel-good song. Feel-good song. I am back and better than those days I had before. Push myself up and dust off, and I'm coming back for more. Justin Day, love found a way of reminding that everything in life is all about timing. I have found that smile, I had it all along. I will let it shine through this feel-good song. Feel-good song. Feel-good song. Feel-good song. Feel-good song. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I don't know. Happy 80s song. That whole like.
Shiny, happy people.
A little percussive thing going on there.
Love it.
I'm going to do another song that's going to be on my new CD, and I played it the last time I was here, but I know a lot of people like it, and this is called New York City Kid, where I was born and raised. And for you, New York, here it goes.
Oh, yeah.
New York City, born and raised, I'm a child of concrete and steel. The happiest days were spent on the Upper East Side. Yankees logo over my heart, their pinstripes serve as my veins. I learned about life on every subway ride. Remember playing stickball right off Park Avenue, just blocks away from my old church, my apartment and my school. I hold her torch higher than even Lady Liberty. Since moved away, but New York lives in me. New York City kid. New York City kid. Woman rink in Central Park, kids playing hockey and roller skates. Street fairs on every avenue. Yellow taxis running red lights, bicycles weaving through lanes. Delivery choices, pizza or Chinese food. I sure miss the Woolworth's lunch counter, but I still have Papaya King. I remember laughing at empty phone booths when their telephones would ring. I know all the alternate side parking rules on the street. It just goes to show that New York lives in me. New York City kid. New York City kid. Nothing like the screaming fans down at MSG each night. The theater crowd on Old Broadway under the marquee of neon lights. Walking down the old cobblestone, down to South Street's Pier 17. Way across the river to my left is the Bronx. To the right I see Brooklyn and Queens. New York City kid, like the Radio City Rockets. New York City kid, like the fountains in front of the Met. New York City kid, like the view down Fifth Avenue. New York City kid, like that bond between me and you. Thank you very much.
when you're a New Yorker. That's what people are saying in the chat room. It's really true.
Absolutely. All the places that you named, and I think it goes back
Every
to what
time
you
you
were
say
saying before.
Papaya King, we're like, yes!
Yeah, had to plug Papaya.
Not many
Any-
songs
any
have Papaya
opportunity.
King in it.
Only the best ones do. Oh, I love that.
Well, you know what? You sing about things that people can relate to,
Absolutely.
and it's stuff that's close to you that you know about growing up here in this great city. And you're right. And like you said, the chat. This is the most activity we've
I
ever
know.
had.
You get so big. I love it. Your
And-
fans
and-
are
and
great.
it's true. It's
Thank
great.
you.
But it
Thank
is.
you, everyone.
You know, everybody can relate to it. That's
Well,
great.
it's true because you hear some songs on the radio now, and it's about like all-day ragers, and I'm driving my Beamer with all my money. Well, your average person doesn't relate to that, really.
Right.
So it's nice to hear songwriting, what it really, to me, it's supposed to be about telling a story.
Right.
Simple
it's
and
not-
fundamental.
Right. I like that. There you go.
That's what it
And
is.
relatable, which is nice.
Yep.
I mean, especially since our show is based in Long Island, which is right, skipping a jump away from New York City, and all of us have, went to school in
Been there.
Queens. So
Right.
we've
Yeah.
Been there, done that, right? Yeah.
Oh, question for you in the chat room.
Yes.
How long does it take you to write a song like that?
It fluctuates. Sometimes they wake me up at night. I'll have like music in my head, and my wife's like, "Oh, it's got to be another song." Yeah, it's I'm very quirky like that, and I'll get into a zone. I'll have something stuck in my head, and I'll go in a room and close my eyes with a guitar and sit in a corner, and it'll just spew. And sometimes, I mean, I could write some songs I can do like in a day, and others will take like 2 or 3 days, but. It depends. Some like when I did "This Is My Ridgefield," that just flowed. I just took a walk and I was just inspired.
Now, do you have to sit down and be like, today I'm going to try to write a song, or you just let it come to you as it will?
No, it comes naturally. I think that's something that can't be forced. I think
Very
it
true.
comes from within. It's my way of expressing, and I could express my feelings or what I'm thinking sometimes better in song than I can verbally or writing it. And so I just find that, I just let it go as it comes. And usually it comes in droves.
Right.
Sometimes I can get, 4 songs, boom, 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 lined up. And other times they're spaced out a little bit. Depends how it works. But usually, if something really touches me, it'll usually just take off on its own.
That's such an awesome skill. And you're right, you can't
teach it.
No.
No.
Because I've always tell the cheesy story of, I have a lot of friends who are songwriters, and all of you guys, so talented. And I tried once back in the day, like, I can try this, and it was terrible. I mean, I was just rhyming random colors and things, and I'm like, this is awful. And how do I write them? I can't. The one thing I can do, I can sing other people's songs. Like, I love a good karaoke. That
And
I
that's
can
fun.
do.
Yeah,
After
that's
a couple
great.
drinks.
But you sing it well?
That's
how I do. I put a good show on, but I don't sing it well.
Delicious show.
In her own mind, she sings it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
My go-to song is Heart. I do Alone. That's my
Alone.
Oh, that's a great song.
That's like
Wanna
the
sing a
only
few
song
bars?
I do.
I love
Don't
that
even-
song.
That is my karaoke song. And then it's over. But it's somebody else's song. I couldn't do it. So I totally admire that. And with that, did you want to do another one for us?
Sure. I have another one that'll be on my new CD. It's called Mountains Out of Hills. And basically, it's just how small problems just seem to spill and, create bigger ones than they actually should be. So I try to capture that.
Oh,
So
I
here's
like it.
Mountains Out of Hills.
Nice.
Nobody's perfect, at least nobody I know. That's why pencils have erasers. Don't cry over a glass of spilled milk. When giant oil spills pollute from oil tankers. Ain't it funny how we look at life? How giant oceans form from little spills. You learned your lesson, now don't do it twice, because you're making mountains out of hills. Making mountains out of hills. I heard you crashed your car, but all are alright. That is what really matters. A small misunderstanding led to a big fight. Now animosity meets where friends once gathered. Ain't it funny how we look at life? How giant oceans form from little spills. You learned your lesson, now don't do it twice, because you're making mountains out of hills. Making mountains out of hills. You made a big mistake cause of a poor choice. Don't you know we all have been there? Learn in silence and don't make big noise. Shows ownership and genuine care. Ain't it funny how we look at life? How giant oceans form from little spills. You learned your lesson, now don't do it twice, because we're making mountains out of hills. Making mountains out of hills. Ain't it funny how we look at life? How giant oceans form from little spills. You learned your lesson, now don't do it twice, because you're making mountains out of hills. 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 Thank you all very much.
True.
Yeah.
So relatable.
I love the beat on that one. I mean, it was
Thank you.
just great listening to it. I mean, the words too. Like I was here and I had my eyes closed, not because I was sleeping. I was listening just.
Well, I was getting old. He's falling asleep.
Just like listening to the words, and you're right. But that combined with the beat, that was great.
That
Thank you very
reminds me
much.
of like
Appreciate it.
everybody who works. You have crazy works day, week, month, whatever, and you're like,
Right.
oh, and you think about it, you're like, the world's not going to end because I've had crazy things happening at work. I feel like people take work and make
Very
it such a big
serious,
stressor.
yeah.
Which is good that you take your job seriously, but I feel like that's something that people could apply and be like, wait a minute, is this really as big a deal as I'm making it? Probably not.
Right, or often there's a misunderstanding. Someone says something
yeah.
and it's taken out of context or
Like
insulted.
through text messages I find and on
Absolutely.
Facebook.
Absolutely.
Too many Facebook wars
It
people
happens.
fight. I was like, come on, people, be happy, be giant hippies. They're like, well, this
Right.
person wrote this comment. I'm like,
Right.
you
People
can't
get overly
tell.
sensitive sometimes
Right, and you
and
can't
really
tell.
analyze everything. And that's basically where this is coming from. And they turn in, giant oceans form from little spills. This could be cleaned up quickly if there's communication, understanding, and if you let it go, it just piles up, it spills, it gets larger and festers, and then it's out of control.
And
So,
plus, you can't believe half of what you read on Facebook.
Right.
right.
So many people like, I'm fighting with this one because they said this.
I'm dating a
Like,
French model. Bonjour.
I love that commercial.
That's
And
a
I don't
great
want to
commercial.
be called Engelbert.
But it's true. You can't tell somebody's expression based on what they're typing. I mean,
Right.
absolutely
No.
not. So,
Yep.
Yes.
so I'm an old-fashioned in-person kind of gal.
Yeah, you know what? Technology is a blessing and a curse as well.
It is. It's a
Because
double-edged
so many
sword.
times, you're texting and you're, and it's true. I mean, like I sent my brother a text the other day. He had asked me to follow up on something at work, and I followed up, and I wasn't able to do it. And I had sent him a text back on something, and after I sent it, I was like, you know what? That could be misconstrued and taken like obnoxious almost coming from me. So I called him, and I said, I just wanted you to know
Let me
I sent
reiterate,
this because
right.
I wasn't able to get done what you had asked me. But after I read it, I thought that, wow, this really could have sounded rude. And he said, don't even
You
worry
never
about
know
it.
the tone of a text.
But you
That's
don't.
very
But
true.
you don't.
You never
You
do.
can tell the tone of somebody's voice, though.
Right.
You know.
But somebody can read it and misinterpret what you meant.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
All the
Happens all the
Text,
time.
Email, anything.
Oh, I know. Very
Communication
true.
breakdown. That's
Yeah.
that's the key to all problems almost.
Oh, it is. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a very quick break, come back
Yes.
with a little bit of turkey trivia, and then
That's right,
close
for
it out with
Thanksgiving.
some George Brennan.
That's
Here on
right.
Saturday on the Sound. Stick around. You don't want to miss the end of the show.
We'll be back.
Stop putting it off and start painting it up today at Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints, Sickens, wood finishes, paints, and professional paint supplies, ideal for contractors and homeowners, stain paints and epoxies, family owned and operating, in business for over 55 years, professional and experienced help, located at 2 locations, 55B Route 25, Coram, Long Island, New York, and 1495 Plaza Montauk Highway, Mastic, New York. Call them at 775-7435 and 775-8135. Ben's Paint Station, featuring Benjamin Moore Paints. Log on to the Arabio Advertisers page today.
Radio.com.
East End Screen Printing and Embroidery. Shirts for as low as $3 with print. 631-281-TEES. That's 631-281-TEES. 1355F Montauk Highway, Mastic, Long Island, New York. Go to eastendsilkscreenprinting.com for more info.
Hanging with the cool kids at InRavio.com.
Hey guys, it's Christine from Backwater. Tune in every Saturday night from 7 to 9 for music history, musicians' birthday blocks, trivia time, and the best alternative music around. Saturdays at 7, only on InRavio.com, broadcasting to the world.
Sud City Car Wash, Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York. $9.99 early bird special Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. Phone 395-6114. Sud City Car Wash. Hand washes, hand waxes, and detailing. Interior cleaning, brushless, car wash club. Simonized products. Sud City Car Wash. Montauk Highway in Mastic, Long Island, New York.
Welcome back. It's now time for turkey trivia.
That's right. A little Thanksgiving trivia. We talked about Halloween to start the show, since that just passed. And the next big major holiday is Thanksgiving. Woo! And we won't be back on the air until after Thanksgiving.
That's
so
right.
figure we should talk about it a little bit. All right?
Let's do it.
So, Thanksgiving is celebrated in the United States only. Is that true or false? False. What's the other Canada? What's the other Canada? As you see, I'm not a game show host. There's a reason for that, guys.
What's the other Canada country? Well, I didn't know that, so I learned something.
All right, smarty pants. When do they celebrate Thanksgiving in Canada?
In October.
Very good.
What? Are you Canadian?
Tell them what he
I think you're secretly Canadian. What week is it in October?
Second week.
Second week? Oh my God! Wow!
Who are you? Where are you from?
I think you're really Canadian. Well, we learned something new.
My mind is blown.
The first department store to hold the Thanksgiving Day parade was
Gimbals.
Yes. Damn. Wow. Yes, Gimbals in 1920 in Philadelphia.
I never heard
the
of
answers.
you.
I don't know. And it's not even like you can see the answers here. They're actually blocked
Who's
off.
talking in your ear?
Nobody. See?
Are you giving the answers in there, Christina?
Oh my God.
Oh, let's see. Well, all right, this is an easy one. What was the famous rock that the Pilgrims landed
Plymouth
in?
Rock.
That's right. All right, let's go through some other. Let's see.
I need the kid Jeopardy questions, Alex.
All right, Filali. What was the name of the ship that Pilgrims came over on?
The Mayflower.
That's right.
I was going to be like, the Nina the Pig.
It's a Maria.
That's Columbus.
That's Columbus Day. That passed already. What was the name of the captain of the ship?
Captain John Smith?
Christopher Jones.
I
He was the
I was
captain.
going to say,
No, I know.
I was
Right?
gonna say-
I thought that was John Smith.
No.
it's not Jack Sparrow. That we knew.
That we, yeah.
Not Jack Sparrow, no.
That we Captain.
Okay, what president first established Thanksgiving as a legal holiday to be held on the fourth Thursday in November? Trick question.
What president?
No. Well, I'll get to
There are
that
three
answer.
choices.
There are three choices: Abraham Lincoln, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, or James Madison.
None. I
It's
don't know.
not
You
a
said trick
choice.
question.
It's not a trick question. Well, it is a trick question,
I'm gonna
but
say Roosevelt.
Roosevelt, yes.
Was it because
Why
of
It
the
was
war?
Roosevelt,
Was
yes.
it because of the war?
Why is it
Well,
trick
all right.
question?
So I looked this up. Here's the thing. Okay, Lincoln did
small
proclaim Thanksgiving as a holiday. You are correct. Roosevelt proclaimed it as the fourth Thursday, the holiday on the fourth Thursday in November. What happened was back in 1940, 40 or 41, what he decided to do was move Thanksgiving up. It was always celebrated, but never a legal holiday or a confirmed holiday for the fourth Thursday. He decided to move it up and have it earlier, the third Thursday. He did that, and they kept the fourth holiday on. So there was two Thanksgivings that year. And he did that to increase sales for Christmas. He figured that it would motivate the economy by moving it up during a wartime. It was very unpopular, and people were upset. So what they did was they decided to declare it legally in 1941 to be the fourth Thursday of November. No matter, even if there's 5 Thursdays in November, it doesn't matter. We'll always be in the fourth Thursday.
I like it.
So I looked that one up.
Do you want to do one more and then throw it back to Georgie? Because time is taking fast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Wow.
I know.
My goodness, we're going by quick. What does cornucopia mean?
Horn of plenty.
Horn of plenty. There you go.
Oh.
Right there.
I'm looking at
The horn of plenty. Yeah, you're looking at the pillar.
I'm like Greek god of corn.
Greek god of corn. And then wait, there was one other one. Just for a little fun, one last one. I know the answer already. What was the first balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? In 1927.
First balloon.
The first
Snoopy?
balloon. No, it was not Snoopy. 1927.
Was it
27.
I don't know when.
Nope, not Humpty
Was
Dumpty.
it the Pilgrims?
It was not the Pilgrims.
The Macy's logo?
The turkey?
I don't know.
Nope, it was not.
What was it?
It was Felix the Cat. He was the first balloon in there.
Never got
And the
that.
Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was first created and first happened in 1924. So it's almost an anniversary for the next year.
Yeah.
So in 2014 will be
Alright.
another anniversary for it.
90. Woo!
Yeah, 90.
We'll be
believe that.
watching.
Yes, we
Yes,
will.
yes. So
we
make
will.
sure you tune in, and then you wave to
On
Santa at the
NBC.
end, and Christmas is there. Thanksgiving's
it.
over.
Right.
Go right into Christmas. All right, so that's just a couple of little Thanksgiving trivia for you on this November the 2nd. And we're going to kick it back to Georgie Brennan.
Yes.
Take it away.
Thank you all very much. This is a song I wrote for a very dear friend of mine and for a very special girl. The song is called Dear Molly Ann. I wrote this song for you, dear Molly Ann. You were special in every way, never questioned heaven's plan. When God called your name, he said, Dear Molly Ann. In just 10 years, through the smiles and tears, you helped us understand that you're an angel all along. It came as no surprise that we saw God's beauty shine through your sweet eyes. Look at all the people here, dear Molly Ann. It's their choice to be your voice. They'll also be your hands. They will take those steps for you, guide them from above, and push away sad yesterdays in exchange for all your love. You're an angel all along. It comes as no surprise that we see dear Molly Ann in other children's eyes. We see dear Molly Ann in other children's eyes. Dear Molly Ann, oh, 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 Thank you very much. Pick up the mood. You know, so this is a fun song. It's a song I wrote in a tribute of the 1980s. I think you'll all enjoy. It's called.
Nice.
Here we go. It's called
Here we go.
God, I Love the 80s. God, I love the 80s, all the movies and shows. The best guitarists came from that decade with bed hair and spandex clothes. Who didn't love Cyndi Lauper? And a Weird Al parody. With great cartoons every Saturday morning and videos played on MTV. I learned to moonwalk in my Air Jordan shoes with my Sony Walkman on, solving my Rubik's Cube. Where is Alex P. Keaton? Where is Papa Smurf? Man, I just sunk your battleship. I bombed it out with a Nerf. I wanna drink at the Regal Beagle and drive the General Lee. Ring the bell on Fantasy Island, be a contestant on Jeopardy. Wanna eat cheesecake with the Golden Girls, have a beer with Cliff at Cheers. Go on a date with Blair and Tootie, hang with Kevin on the Wonder Years. God, I love the 80s. I love the 80s. God, I love the 80s. Thank you. God, I love the 80s.
That was cool. Very cool.
I think he was kissing up to us for a little bit with that. We love.
I'm with you.
We love the 80s as
I think
well.
it's the best
so
decade.
That's fantastic.
That was good.
Love
That
it.
was fun.
Excellent.
I lose my face to the 80s. That was awesome. Georgie, as always, thank you.
Always
Thank
a
you very much
pleasure.
for having me.
Of course.
Thank
Let
you so
us
much.
know once your album is officially out, and we'll have you back in the new year to promote it, play some new songs.
I
let
would love
everybody know
that.
about it.
I would love it.
Always
Thank
a
you so
pleasure.
much.
Maybe we can come have you come on November 15th to our other show
Sure.
at St. John's.
Okay.
Come back,
Yes,
guys, at
if-
8 Fillmore alumni.
If you wanna
And
come
bring
back
a couple
and play
pe-
at
couple of the
WSJU?
people.
Sure.
We're on 8:30 to 11:30 WSJU, so join us.
So is something special about
You're
playing on the
always
radio.
welcome. We started the show. We started it there.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank
tuning
you
in
very
tonight,
much.
everybody. I hope you had a great time. The next show is December 7th, as always,
Yes.
the first Saturday of the month from 9:30 to 11. We have a band called the Corduroy Sky. They're from Patchogue, Long Island, and they'll be
Nice.
on next month. So have a good evening. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thanks
Hey,
for
and one other
Thanksgiving.
thing, if you don't want to go and kill your turkey, we just found a fun fact out while George was singing.
Oh, this is adorable.
So if you don't want to take the axe to his neck, you could always go and I don't know if you know this, but turkeys can drown when it's raining if they have their heads up. So just have your turkey with his head up, he'll drown, and then you can cook him. So a little fun fact for you.
You're like, turkey, look up. And when he does that, not murder. Not murder.
That's what will happen.
He's evil. This is terrible.
Or you could just go to Stop and Shop. You don't have to go through any of that.
That's true. You can just go get a butterball too. It'd probably be real easy. But if you like that fresh turkey, there's another way how to kill it. Anyway,
You are on a turkey rampage.
Yeah.
Murder.
And with that,
With that,
gobble.
have a happy.
happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll see you in December
See you
for a
December
holiday
7th.
show.
Good night, guys.
Good night, everybody.